All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So this is a tag on from yesterday. We were talking about used cars being up 24%. That's high. Whew. That is high. And they are high. And even after this video was shot yesterday, I'm just running into it everywhere. I mean, you can't. They're just cars are just almost impossible to buy the traditional way. So it really comes down to how to survive this. Like what can we do? Because I had a dealer yesterday that was asking. He said, "Man, I'm a small dealer out in California. You know, how am I going to do this?" And I had another guy out of New Mexico and another guy out of New Jersey. So I had a few people with basically the same question, which is how, they're small, I'm assuming less than 30 cars available for sale, and they're trying to survive these high prices. And you know what, man, it's a challenge because what people don't see is we are the backbone of what's happening, in the economy. You think about everybody that we affect personally with our businesses. I mean, it's from the vendors to supply and demand for the people that are in your price range that you're trying to keep in them. They're all trying to work. So, we're all kind of connected together. But what's going to end up happening is if they price us out, we're just going to be out of business and, no one's going to care. So this has actually happened before. I don't know if you guys remember when the Obama, cash for clunkers came out. It basically shot used car prices up so high that, it just priced you out of it. But it was a little different scenario then. So, I mean, it did bounce right back. So that kind of chilled back out. But this right here might be a little longer stretch for us, right? So some of the things that I'm going to do, I'm going to just do a short video on this. You got to start looking at alternative methods for supply, right? Or you got to start looking at it a little different. One of the things you can do is, for sure, your mainstream auctions are just going nuts. So look at secondary auctions. All right. So secondary auctions are always a great source because they don't get the franchise. Wherever the franchise dealers goes, with the franchise dealers go there, the money goes up. You guys know this. But we go there too because we need their cars. So it's kind of like we hate them, but we love to hate them kind of thing. But sometimes you just got to get out of the box. So the first thing I would do, even if you haven't done it in a long time, is go ahead and look up your secondary auctions that are around you. And I would go ahead and just start, visiting a few of those just to see what happened. Another thing too, which I thought was really, really creative, and I kind of got away from this. I used to do this years ago. But you can post ads. Remember when Craigslist first came out? We loved Craigslist. We were like, oh my God, it's such an easy way to make money. But one of the cool things about the apps is how you present when you're looking for cars. So a lot of people are out there like, we buy junk cars, we buy junk cars, we buy junk cars. Well, there's another way to present an ad. I buy cars that have been parked, any price, any year, doesn't matter. Give me a call. You can do an ad before you trade. Give me a shot. I'll come bring you cash. You can just kind of come up with some creative wording on a few of those ads, and you will be surprised at how many leads you pick up off of that. It blows my mind. I haven't been doing that in so long, but it is such a way to pick up leads on cars. And what you have there, you have people that don't have the same line of thinking that the car dealers have got when you get to the bigger auctions, which is they're just trying to solve a problem, right? They have a car that's just in their way. They're not in love with it. They're not attached. You seem to be the only guy that's interested in something that's a pain in their butt. So they'll give you a call, and they love the idea of having cash immediately. Just the secret of the car business. So that would be the first thing I would do, is really start thinking about alternate ads that you can throw on. They're completely free. They work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It takes just a few minutes of creativity, and that shit will go to work for you, and it will quickly, I'm telling you, man, one of those ads, don't be surprised if you get 10, 20 ups a day on it. Like, it's crazy at the amount of people that'll call. And I never realized that till Craigslist. Like, it never even really crossed my mind because before Craigslist, it was really just classifieds, right? Okay, and you'd spend $20 a week and put a car for sale on a classified and hope somebody called you. Well, Craigslist changed that game, and but that's been going on for years and years now. So we're talking that was probably like 2007, 8 when Craigslist was hitting the scene, and now we're talking about what is this 10, 12, 13 years later. So now everybody's in competition with everybody. So now you can run the same ad on Craigslist, you can run it on Facebook, you can even do the Instagram stuff, right? And for $5 you can boost something on one of those things and they'll send it to anybody that's trying to sell a car. Like, it's amazing. So that's a great supply source for you to find cars. And then on the flip side of that, if you start chasing these apps looking for cars, you might want to just start thinking about something. Remember, I always tell you guys, you gotta be good at one thing. Like, one of my things I love to do, I don't love to do it, it's just such an easy way to bump a value on a car, is I look for mangled bumpers. Like, mangled bumpers are like an instant 2 grand. Like, if somebody has a ripped off plastic bumper or a big smash down the middle of it and nothing else is hurt, I mean, you're going to make 2 grand because that car is ugly as hell. Nobody wants it. You can literally fix that car for less than $20 and you can, you know what I mean? It's just a increase. Or, be good at the OB2 scanning, figure out how to paint a fender, whatever it is that you can do. And then you need to lean into that problem solving, because problem solving really is a high profit. Nobody wants to deal with a problem. So if you can problem solve whatever you're comfortable with, from disgusting detailing to, a physical problem, like, you got a good deal on windshields or whatever it is, whatever you can be creative enough to get your hands around will pull you through. Because, or any assets you got, like if you have a little mechanic that can do just simple stuff like wheel bearings and brakes, go ahead and lean into that. If you have an AC guy, those are great. People lean into that. I mean, all these little subsystems on cars can spell big problems for people trying to sell them in the private market. And this is really a place that you can capitalize. I don't mean go get a car that's been ran over by a Caterpillar bulldozer. I'm just talking, you know what I mean? I'm talking about small, minor, as much as your scope can handle. And then what that does is it takes you around the back path there and gives you a nice car that you can put a little bit in and get it back into the game and get competitive again. And, I don't know how long this is going to last. I mean, this Joker it seems like every week there's like some kind of new something that's just insanity. Like, you take here lately, I was just at Sam's Club, everything's empty. Now, there is no shortage of the people making toilet paper. There's no shortage of, a lot of things that are missing. But what there is a shortage of is workers, right? Because everybody got pissed off about the mandate, which has now affected, supply chain, which eventually, then there was the whole craziness about the fuel, which drove all the prices up. And so all these things start leaning into each other and causing cataclysmic events that just affect everyone. Like, there's no one, regardless of what you believe politically, that is not affected by all these decisions being made. Or maybe it's post-pandemic, I don't know. It's just a combination of things that are really, really screwy right now. And you got to wonder, is this week it, and how does it get back to normal? Or, are we a month out? Are we 2 months out? Is it going to be next year, the year? I mean, I don't know. But I know right now it's time to, if there ever was a time to prepare for something to start changing, it's time to start preparing now. So I would cut back on the foo-foo stuff and just really concentrate on managing money real tight. And, just go double down on some vehicles that need a little bit of this and that. I would hit the apps and put some ads out, that sort of thing. Now, there is a line of thinking you can go deep, which is, if you think you could just be the only guy that has inventory. So even though you paid too much, at least you got inventory and you at least got that opportunity. The only and that does work, but the thing is if you get caught with that inventory and things slide back down, you may be in for a little bath. But if things go on like this for a long time, the chances on it hurting you over long term become less and less and less. So I guess you individually need to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Well, that's what I would do. That would be this is where I'm going to do. I'm just kind of talking through this stuff myself, but this is kind of where I'm going to go. I'm going to come up with a couple ads today, and I'm going to come up with some pretty clever stuff for people to call me, and try to beat Carvana out of a couple deals, try to beat CarMax out of a couple deals, and just say, hey, if I'll make some ads about, estate cars, or, if it's a whatever, or if it's been sitting, hadn't been, I'll just come up with about 5 or 6 different ones. I'm going to put them out there and I'll report back to you guys and see how it's doing. Because it has been a long time since I've ran those type of ads, but they were always super effective. So I'm going to try that. And, I guess I'm going to stop. I guess for the next couple of weeks, it doesn't do me any good. I'm not even going to go to the auction. Screw it. So I'm just gonna hit the apps up and run the ads. I'm just gonna kind of focus on that because I think I could supply myself. I don't know if I could supply enough, but I think I could supply myself at least. I think I could easily supply 2 or 3 cars a day off the ads, plus any external stuff I got going on from stuff that we already have established. So I think that's the route I'm going to take. But I'm curious what everybody else is going to do. I mean, I'm just having a conversation with you guys, see what you think. Because things are, they're a hot mess right now. So I'm not sure what the world's going to do as far as how long it takes. The inflation's high. I don't know if it's going to be a quick, sudden pop out. The market's still doing good. It's still doing really, really good. So maybe that's an indication that maybe what we're experiencing is just kind of temporary. I don't know. Then again, it could be a market pop, and then, it all goes to shit. So I don't really know which direction this is going to go. But what I am going to do is I'm going to prepare for it. So I would suggest you guys do the same thing, and I'd be really curious of what you guys think, or what kind of ads you think you could run. Because if it's a good one, I'll run it too. you know what I'm saying? I'm not above trying to get ahead of the game. All right, guys. If there's any questions you got or anything I can do to lay into whatever is going on, I'd be glad to help out if I can in any way, shape, or form. And like I said, that's just a few tips that I'm going to work on personally. And they've worked in the past. I'm sure it'll work again. And another thing too. eBay is a huge market, but I don't really like it because I like for stuff to happen fast. So I like to buy a car, go pick it up, and drive the hell home, right? But eBay does have that option. A lot of those cars are for sale now, and you can shop in your area. And a lot of times those cars aren't really the best deal, but they're not terrible either. So I would throw that out there. eBay might be a little better option for you than you realize, up there. I'm gonna look at it today. I might report back tomorrow and see if I can find anything. So that's what I was talking about, buying the cheap cars on eBay. eBay is known for having inventory, number one, and before all this craziness happened, eBay, let's say you had a something vanilla, like let's just say you had a 2010 Nissan Sentra or whatever, which just we'll make it worse, make it a Versa, and let's say that car was worth $3,500. If we were going to the block, we wanted to buy it, we'd buy it for $3,500. Okay, on eBay, generally that car would have sold for $3,500 to $4,000. Pretty close to what it's worth. So, and I don't see those vanilla cars going for much more than that inside of eBay. I'm going to look at it today and see what the market's doing on those, just to see, what the temperature is. But my guess, I don't see eBay as being a place that most car dealers are running to for fast flips just because it takes time and it's a little bit of effort. And remember, convenience costs money. So if you're willing to inconvenience yourself, you can make money. That's the deal on convenience. So, and it is inconvenient to do eBay, but it is profitable. So that's what I think about eBay. All right. Anything else before I roll it out of here? That's all I got. R&R. Where are you guys out of? What city and state, and how's the market there? We'll wait here for a second, see if he's on here, and see what he says. Yeah. So I'd be interested to see what everybody does, and maybe this stuff will blow over, like I said, really fast. I mean, damn. I have never in my life seen it crazy like it is right now. Not even close to as crazy. Insanity, insanity, insanity. And what I find nuts is it seems like everything that's coming out doesn't seem to affect people but us. Right? It seems like, okay, we're going to raise the gas. Okay, well, that would affect the people that are actually working for a living. We're going to screw up the supply chain. Well, that's going to affect the people that go to the store every week. You know what I mean? It just seems like everything is involving us. So I don't know. I just got a bad vibe about it. All right, seems like you guys are good to go. So I'm going to talk to you probably... I might wait till Monday to kick back with you guys, see what's going on, because I got a busy weekend planned, and Jen, of course, had surgery on her knee, and, she's not liking that shit. I mean, I think it was a ligament reattachment, so it was pretty rough. All right, man, nothing but love for you guys, man, out the RVA. We'll see you on the flip, and I think I'll be back with you guys on Monday, but if you don't see me Monday, it'll probably be Tuesday. All right, guys, take it easy and have a great weekend and trying to make you some money, dog.